Coming to you pre-recorded from Indianapolis, Indiana. This video, I'm going to be talking about things I don't normally get to talk about in my other videos. In other words, I want to bitch about the refs. It's not just that, but I want to touch on some things, because normally I'm just doing reactions to the games and commenting and reacting and hillbilly analyzing, couch potato quarterbacking. Okay, let's stay focused. So we're gonna start. The refs suck last game. They always suck. So game 5, the first foul they called, you got Neesmith and you got Dort. They're both, and here's my big ass head. That's the ball, and they're both going after the ball. They both met each other at the ball. They both bumped into each other, but they call a foul on Neesmith. I'm just giving you examples that are coming to my brain. They call it like T.J. McConnell. They call a foul, a loose ball foul on T.J. McConnell during the jump ball. I thought they were worse game 4. Some people think they were worse game 5. Rick got a technical early in the game 5, for how just the refs suck. I've said this before, but not yet in this video. I'm not saying the refs are why the Pacers are losing the series. I haven't in it. And the day I'm able to blame the refs for why we lost, that will be in the reaction video. They have not been. So the refs know how to make it look good. Sometimes people show the free throw differences and like, oh, well, the Pacers got more free throw attempts or this and that, or, when there's people only defend the refs when it's their team winning. Refs know how to make it look good. They know how to control the game. If they want to have an influence on the game, they can. Just like a judge can have an influence on the jury. It ain't why we lost any games, but I've been watching these biased calls my whole life. All my life, I've watched these refs favor the other team more than the Pacers. We've always had to beat the refs. Always had to beat the refs in my life. It don't matter who it is. Whether it was Jordan, LeBron, the Lakers. I'm tired of people acting like they did something, taking a 9-point favorite to win a basketball game. The Pacers have reignited my appreciation for this league. I love this game, but the Pacers ain't the reason the ratings suck. LeBron and the refs are the reason the NBA rating sucks. The NBA ratings have been terrible. Oh, this Pacers finals is the lowest rating game besides the bubble when we was all on lockdown. The worst rating game was the bubble championship. When we was all on lockdown and had nothing better to do than to watch basketball, and they still had the lowest ratings in the entire league. Because LeBron and the refs have been terrible forever. LeBron and the refs are the reason why the NBA ratings suck. The NBA ratings have sucked forever. It was long before the Pacers. We wasn't even supposed to make the finals. They was talking about how the ratings sucked before the Luka trade. The ratings have been trashed for a while now. And that's because of LeBron and the referees. The league makes it hard to watch the finals. These terrible, NBA is the most corrupt sport of all sports. NBA has the most documented corruption. This isn't just us saying shit. It's on record. It is documented how trash the referees have been in NBA history. I want to take a moment to say I miss Jarris Walker. I want to say this is the most mad I've been at Matherin since he's been a Pacer. I miss Isaiah Jackson. Rebounding is everything gets put under a microscope in the finals, and you start to see your flaws. Our rebounding is a flaw for the Pacers. We've done a better job rebounding and defending compared to what we have been in the past, but rebounding is still a big issue for us. You can put a lot of that on Miles Turner. You could make the argument Miles Turner has been exposed thus far in the finals. And I don't want that to sound exaggerated and over dramatic, because I feel like Miles Turner has done a good job defending Chet Holmgren, but he hasn't done a good job getting rebounds, and he hasn't been consistent in the offensive end. He was, he's known for threes. He hasn't had more than 2 threes this entire finals. Last game he only had 1 3. The game before that he had 0 threes. The game before that he had 1 3. I think he had 1 or less 4 games in a row now. That's unacceptable. We already know you can't rebound, Miles. We already know you suck at not rebounding. You make up for that with block shots and hitting the 3 at a 40% clip. You haven't even been close to 40% clip so far in the finals. We got, we play great team basketball, but there's times we need somebody that needs to just go there and get a bucket. Like, oh, you need a superstar. You don't necessarily have to be a superstar. You just, like Siakam and Mathurin, they can get to the bucket. Nembhard, if he ever comes back, he can create his own shots. We got to show more killer instinct than we ever have. We got to be more physical than we've ever have. Punch somebody in the face a couple times. Start stiff-arming them back if you got to. I still believe we're a better team. We look intimidated at times, but we also do a very good job fighting back at times too. And we do good not letting the refs discourage us. Like Pacer teams in the past, it's easy when these fucking corrupt-ass refs have a bad influence on the game. I've seen in the past where the Pacers, like years ago past, like where the refs would discourage the team and take the life out of us. This particular Pacer team does a great job not letting the referees discourage them. Like we got more discouraged by Nembhard's turnovers than we do the refs' bad calls. All fucking finals. We just got to take care of the ball. Play with confidence. Play with faith. Trust. All the things that got us here. They needed 40 from Jalen Williams and 30 points from 3 guys who don't even average 10 points by themselves. So that's what they needed last game. And we was in the game with Haliburton no field goal attempts. So I'm still standing. I'm still strong. A Pacer boy can survive. Oh, 'cause a Pacer boy can survive. There's a saying in chess, man. The hardest game to win is a game won. And I feel like the Pacers have proven that over and over again these last 2 years. Every time the other team thinks they won, they lost. The hardest game to win is a game already won. The hardest series to win is a series already won. I really do hope the Thunder take a sigh of relief. I really do hope the Thunder takes the same approach that their fans are and thinking that this series is over. Because it ain't over till it's over. We're praying for Haliburton. If he would have it would have been different if the Pacers played their best and still lost. It would have been different if Haliburton broke his leg and got ruled out for the rest of the series and didn't finish the game. I'd concede defeat in those scenarios, but that ain't what happened. The Thunder played great. Haliburton didn't have a field goal. Returned it over 22 times and we were still in the ball game. Excuse me for having some remaining optimism as we come back home for Thursday. Game 6 at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. We're praying for Haliburton. And as I said in the last video, I'll unpack that game and we'll check my optimism for Game 7. But the series ain't over. We're praying for Haliburton. I'm hoping he comes back and looks good. Because if Haliburton comes out and he looks fine and he's able to play through the injury, then it's a series again. And so before I get off here, before I go, that goofy Ocho dude on the facility is getting into Haliburton for playing through his injury. I've just never heard a take. I don't want to say never. I'm sure I've heard it before. And I get what he's trying to say as far as playing, I'm not going to applaud you for playing through the injury. Yes, Haliburton had a bad game. Yes, I could have got into I could have criticized him more last video. I'm just used to Haliburton doing this kind of stuff, and it isn't even him doing this stuff healthy. He's banged up, and it's not an excuse why we lost. It is just what it is. He fucking tweaked his fucking. He got a calf strain in the second quarter. I'm not gonna applaud him for playing through his injury either, but I'm not gonna. But on the flip side of it, on the other side of the coin, if he didn't play, if I felt like he was able to play and he didn't play, I'd be very upset with that. If you've got a problem with Haliburton playing during the game, take it up with Rick Carlisle. Take it up with the coach. At the end of the day, he has the final say so. The buck stops with Rick Carlisle. If he didn't want Haliburton out there, he wouldn't have had him out there. So, yes, if Haliburton's going to play, he needs to play. He's got to produce, right? I agree with that. But let's not. Well, I'm not gonna. If he's able to play, he needs to be out there. Whether you agree with that or not, that's just how I feel about it. If he can play, he needs to be out there. And I agree. I'm not, oh, he was hurt. Fuck all that. And that ain't why we lost last game. So, all that being said, what's some other things I don't really ever get to talk about? I think I covered it. I just wanted to bitch about the refs. I only gave a couple vague examples. I mean, all you got to do is watch the game with no bias and just a neutral perspective. The refs for the NBA have sucked for really since ever. Even when the ratings were good, they sucked. So, I mean, do your own homework. Like I could have did a better job giving some good examples. But yeah, that loose ball foul on TJ McConnell's the one doing the tip ball. He's not tip ball. He's the one doing a jump ball. They call it jump ball. It's TJ and the other guy. TJ goes up, tries to get it. He gets called for a foul. What is going on, bro? And I haven't even talked about how SGA is always pushing off. He's always doing the stiff arm move. He's the MVP. MVPs get MVP calls. MVPs get MVP no calls. They get to do what they want. But the refs I can't blame the refs for why we've lost any games, because Game 4, Mather missed all those free throws. You got to make your free throws. Game 5, we had 22 turnovers. You got to take care of the ball. And some of that's good defense by the Thunder. Some of it's bad decision-making by the Pacers. So the turnovers are fixable. A Pacer boy can survive. So, as far as we know, Haliburton's getting an MRI for a calf strain. If he's able to play, then he's able to play. It's not like he broke his leg. We've seen, how many times in the course of history have we seen players that were hurt, and then they come in and they play the game, and it's like, I thought he was hurt. I thought you guys said he was hurt. What? I thought Haliburton had a calf strain. Haliburton scored 24 points? I thought he was hurt. How many times have we seen shit like that? Now, I get it. Haliburton's very inconsistent when it comes to aggression and point scoring. But if he's able to play, he's able to play. And what are we going to get if he is able to play? If he rests Game 6, will he be better? Will he be ready to go Game 7 if we win Game 6? That's what I'm saying, man. The series ain't over. There's a lot of factors. What if SGA or Jalen Williams gets banged up? What if one of the other guys fuck up and they get suspended? I know that's very, very unlikely, but it's possible. It's happened. I can't think of anybody that's ever been suspended for Game 7. But they've suspended Draymond Green for, what was that? Was it Game 5 or Game 6 he got suspended for? So, crazier things have happened. If Jalen Williams gets in a fight late in Game 6 and punches one of our guys in the face, he's going to get suspended for Game 7. I mean, it could happen. Crazier things have happened. The series ain't over till it's over. So, yeah, I'm going to close with, I didn't do a good job wording it like this in my last video, where you got 70 points from SGA and Jalen Williams, another 30 points from Dort, Casey Wallins, and Aaron Wiggins. You get all of that. No field goals from Haliburton. 22 turnovers from the Pacers. And you still had, we're still in it in the fourth quarter. All right. I say the Thunder low-key trash, only winning by 11 under those circumstances. So, again, I'm repeating myself to end the video. It had been different. if Haliburton broke his leg. It'd have been different if the Pacers played a phenomenal game and still lost, but that ain't what happened. So I'm keeping my optimism. If Haliburton looks good and he's going, it makes it a series again. If Haliburton looks good, Game 6 and re-win and makes it a series again, Pacers in 7. I believe it. But really, if Haliburton looks like shit and he's not gonna, yeah. So it's something to keep an eye on. That's what we got our eyes on. Got to take care of the basketball. Got win or go home. Let's give one more win for the fans on Thursday. Let's go Pacers. I'm ready.